Rice is a beloved dish all over the world, but does that mean it's always perfect? Definitely not. It can be too hard, or get burnt if you don't use enough water, and it can get mushy if you use too much. Just a few ounces can make all the difference. But have no fear. I'm going to share a few tips and tricks to make sure your rice comes out tasty, fluffy, and perfect every time. But before I start, just a quick reminder, if you don't want to miss out, be sure and subscribe to our channel. Alright, here we go. Here's what all you'll need. A heavy-bottomed pot. If it's too thin, you could burn the rice since the heat won't be evenly distributed. A cup to measure the rice and water. A cooking spoon and fork. Salt and pepper or seasoning of choice. And of course, rice. But what kind of rice, you might ask? I'll show you 3 basic types that will please every palate. First up, we have long grain white rice. It's a super common type of rice, and it's perfect as a side dish or in salads. Next up, we have short grain white rice, which is ideal for sushi, paella, risotto, and desserts. This kind of rice almost looks round and absorbs more water. The third type of rice is similar to white rice, but it still has that outer layer of bran and germ. We're talking about brown rice. It has more fiber, iron, and vitamin B than white rice, but takes a bit longer to cook. To make the perfect rice, it's all about the water ratio. For long grain white rice, you'll need 1.5 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. For short grain rice, you'll need 1.25 cups of water to 1 cup of rice, and for brown rice, it's 1.75 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. Now that we have that covered, let's get started. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to cook the perfect rice. First off, rinse the rice with cold water. This will remove any excess starch. Use a strainer, or if you don't have one, rinse the rice in a pot and carefully drain the water. Repeat until the water almost looks clear. Now let's talk flavor. For the tastiest rice ever, season the rice before cooking it. This way the seasoning can really soak in and the rice has more time to absorb it. I'm going to add a pinch of salt and pepper, but feel free to improvise. Cooking rice is similar to cooking pasta. If you don't add any salt, it won't have as much flavor, and the amount depends on your preference, but never skip the salt. If you think rice is a bit bland on its own, add a bit of flavor. You can replace the water with chicken, beef, or vegetable stock. You can also lightly toast the rice in the pot before adding the water or stock to give it a nice nutty flavor. Now it's time to cook the rice. Use a cup to measure the amount of water you'll need based on the amount and type of rice. You remember those ratios, right? Add it to the pot with the seasoned rice and bring it to a boil over high heat. Once the waters come to a boil, give the rice a little stir, lower the temperature down to a simmer, and cover the pot with a lid. Why not leave it on high heat, you ask? Because if you cook the rice too fast, the water will evaporate and the rice will get hard. The low heat allows the rice to cook all the way through. Depending on the type of rice you're using, the cooking time will vary. This is actually super important, because if you don't cook it long enough, the rice will still be hard, and if you cook it too long, it will be wet and mushy. For long grain white rice, about 18 minutes should do. For short grain white rice, 15 minutes. And brown rice takes a bit longer, a whopping 45 minutes. Make sure to leave the lid on the entire time. The steam helps cook the rice, so you'll ruin that perfect water to rice ratio. Unless you're unsure how much water is left, leave the lid on and let it do its thing, and keep the heat really low. The steam should be doing all the work, not the heat. And don't stir it. This is a common mistake. Stirring the rice while it's in the pot will release the starch and mess up the steaming process. In other words, you'll end up with mushy rice. So it's really important to just let it be. While you're waiting, you can clean your kitchen, read a book, or just be patient. Sometimes a watched pot does boil. If you use the correct ratio, the rice will be ready on the dot. When it's time, remove the pot from the heat. Another common mistake that people make is serving the rice right away. While it may be tempting, hold your horses. I promise we're almost done. To make sure the rice cooks all the way through, let it rest for a while. After you've removed the pot from the heat, let it sit for an extra 5 to 10 minutes. Thanks to the steam, the rice will continue to cook. That's because the heat will keep circulating in the pot, which will cook the rice more evenly. After you've waited patiently, you can finally remove the lid. Since the rice kept absorbing water, it will have expanded. Use a fork to fluff the rice before serving. This will separate the grains. Plus, it helps distribute the moisture. If you don't stir it, the rice on top will dry out, and the rice on the bottom will still be wet. All done! You can even spruce up your rice with peanuts, chives, parsley. The sky's the limit. Thanks to this tutorial, you'll be able to wow all your friends with the yummiest and fluffiest rice they have ever tasted. Tell us what dishes you're making with your perfectly cooked rice. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bon appetit! And until next time.